Hello everyone, Cbse has finally released the guidelines for practical examinations. Clear? So, to bring uniformity of instructions and to ensure the correctness of procedures, guideline and standard operating procedures for the conduct of practical examination and project IA for of both classes 10th and 12th have been amended by the board based on the requirements. So, strictly comply with the directions given in SOP. Complete the assessment as per the within schedule. As this year CBSE will be hold for examinations, time will be very short. Ensure that correct marks are uploaded. Okay? Marks uploaded will not be changed later on. If there is any student participating in national or international sports and practical are clashing with their events, practical will be rescheduled by the school with the schedule. No additional time will be given beyond schedule. Clear? कोई भी time extra आपको नहीं मिलेगा. So, here are important guidelines and standards operating procedures for conduct of practical examinations. Clear? General, the practical examination project and internal assessment shall be conducted strictly in accordance with the guidelines. Detail of practical syllabus of the concerned academic section given on the website academic branch CBSE, that is cbseacademic.nic.in. Here dates for conduct regular sections के लिए जो है वो 1st Jan 2026 to 14th Feb 2026. क्लियर? और जो विंटर बाउंड्स स्कूल्स है, ये रेगुलर वाले बेसिकली समर बाउंडेड है, और विंटर बाउंड्स के लिए ये डेट है 6th of November जो कि ऑलरेडी स्टार्ट हो गया है 2025 to 6th December Saturday 2025. Clear? Already communicated by circular number this. Clear? No extension of that dates shall be considered by the boards. ठीक है, ये आपको clearly mention किया गया है. So, dates for uploading of marks. The marks in respect of all practical examination, project and internal assessment shall be uploaded simultaneously starting from the dates of conduct of exams या assessments. ठीक है, 1st Jan to 2026 to 14th Feb. Clear? Marks are uploaded on the same day the assessment has been conducted. फिर ensuring error-free uploading. While uploading the marks, the internal examiner and external examiner shall ensure that correct marks are uploaded, as no correction in the marks will be allowed once marks are uploaded. Clear? Schools and examiners shall, while awarding or uploading marks, also keep in mind maximum marks allotted for practical project and IA as per guidelines issued by the CBSE only. Then winter bounds के लिए the winter bounds schools shall also conduct the practical examination project internal assessment in accordance with these guidelines. Payments to all the functionaries deployed for duties is proposed to be made through the integrated payment system, that is IPS, only unless otherwise instructed. Schools shall maintain all the records like dates of the conduct of examination assessment, date-wise number of students in each batch, and group names of external examiners and the other staff deployed for duty. Examiner number, teacher ID and bank account details of all examiners, staff. Clear? Non-disclosure of marks. The marks awarded to the students in the practical examination assessment, internal assessment have the same sanctity as the marks scored in the board's annual theory examinations, and therefore shall not be disclosed to the students for any person under any circumstances. Now for 10th, specific instructions है appointment of external examiner. No external examiner will be appointed by the board of for class 12. ठीक है, यहाँ पे कोई भी external examiner नहीं होने वाला है. Answer books for practical answer books will not be supplied by the board for class 10th. Clear? And here for class 12th, specific अपॉइंटमेंट ऑफ एक्सटर्नल एग्जामिनर्स बाय द बोर्ड. यहाँ पे आपके एक्सटर्नल जो एग्जामिनर्स हैं वो बोर्ड उसको क्या करेगा, अपॉइंट करने वाला है. सो द बोर्ड विल अपॉइंट एक्सटर्नल एग्जामिनर्स इन ईच स्कूल फॉर कंडक्टिंग प्रैक्टिकल एग्जामिनेशन एंड प्रोजेक्ट असेसमेंट्स. ठीक है. सो School authorities are not authorized to make alternate arrangement of the external examiner for conduct the practical examination या project assessment at the local level. Practical examinations can only be conducted by an external examiner appointed by the board only. Then appointments of observer by the board. The board may appoint observer in the schools to observe the conduct of practical examination and project assessment and ensure fair conduct of examination assessment. The school shall get in touch with the concerned regional office for the obtaining the list of observers. Ensuring presence या availability of external examiners. So the school shall ensure presence and availability of external examiners and observer on all days of conduct of practical examination and project assessment strictly as per the provision of appointment of external examiner by the board. Appointment of internal examiner, there will be an external examiner as well as internal examiner as per the policy of for the practical examinations. Inspection for laboratory and equipment by external examiners. So external examiner shall visit the laboratory of a school at least one day prior to the day of conduct of examination assessment to ensure availability of proper and adequate apparatus, equipment, chemicals and other required materials and all the arrangements. In case of any shortcoming, the same should be brought to the personal notice of the principal or head of the school, who shall be responsible for making arrangements. Now, batch and group size. So the school shall be able to create batches of 30 students each in every subject. Clear? According to the school shall the conduct of practical or project assessments of 30 students of each batch together for better management of practical and projects. So batches should only be created after receipt of the details of external examiners from Cbse, that two after confirming from the external examiner and observe if appointed by the board about his availability for conduct of the practical. So basically इसमें करना क्या है, जैसे सपोज 30 स्टूडेंट्स हैं, इनमें से क्या हुआ 15 स्टूडेंट्स को आप रिटर्न वर्क में रख लो और फिर 15 से आप क्या करा लो, प्रैक्टिकल के लिए रख लो. ठीक है. आफ्टर दैट जो प्रैक्टिकल वाले हैं उन 15 को आप रिटर्न में कर दो, फिर इनको आप प्रैक्टिकल के लिए कर दो. तो बेसिकली ऐसे ग्रुपिंग करनी है उसमें. क्लियर? सो दैट numbers proper hai. Okay, so the school may consider splitting of groups, batch of students in subgroups of 14 or 15 students each. First subgroup of 15 students may attend the lab work while the other is doing pen and paper work. ठीक है, वही रिटर्न वर्क आपको करना है एंड वाइस वर्सा. Clear? Name and examiner number of the practical examiners. Similarly, the school shall ensure that the unique teacher ID allotted in the oasis is used as examiner number. Conduct of the examination assessment. To ensure fair and proper assessment, practical examinations or project assessment should invariably be conducted in 2 or other 3 sessions in a day. If the number of students is more than 30, it may be noted that since the size of the batch or group is 30, therefore examinations or assessments of each batch or group shall be conducted in one session together. Clear? Now, uploading of photographs through AppLink. So the school are required to upload the clear photograph of conduct of examination or assessment. AppLink will be provided to the schools for uploading one group photograph of each batch during the practical examination. Group photos should consist of all the students of the batch or group. Clear? The software will ensure the photograph uploaded are geotagged and time tagged. Attendance sheets of the students appearing in practical examination must be carefully filled in the pro forma, which will be provided to each school by the concerned regional office. Clear? Now, this is important. Rescheduling of practical of absent student. All students are required to appear in practical examination or project assessment during the given schedule only. The practical examination project assessment of a student who may be absent on the day of examination due to any reason shall also be rescheduled during the notified dates only. No request for special permission beyond the schedule will be entertained by the board. It means कि आपको एब्सेंट नहीं लिखवाना है. सपोज अगर कोई स्टूडेंट एब्सेंट है उस डे पे जिस दिन आपका प्रैक्टिकल कंडक्ट हो रहा है, अगर उस दिन एब्सेंट है तो वहाँ पे एब्सेंट ना लिख के उसको रीशेड्यूल लिख दो, सो दैट वो बच्चा गिवन ड्यूरेशन जो है उसमें अपना प्रैक्टिकल दोबारा दे सके. ठीक है, वो एबल हो सके. अगर एब्सेंट होगा तो वो फिर इसलिए एबल नहीं है. इन केस अगर रीशेड्यूल हो जाता है तो वो दे सकता है. क्लियर. इन केस एनी स्टूडेंट्स इज एब्सेंट इन प्रैक्टिकल एग्जामिनेशन फॉर द करंट session, the student is to be marked absent in the online system. In cases where a student is absent on the day of examination due to any reason and his practical examination or project assessment is to be conducted at a different date, he shall be marked as rescheduled instead of absent. Clear. The school will be allowed to reconduct an practical examination or project assessment in respect of the students marked as rescheduled during the above schedule only. Then answer book for practicals. So ensure that the practical answer book supplied by the regional offices is used in practical examinations. It is to be ensured that the examiner completes all entries of in practical answers book carefully and correctly. Now, relieving of teachers for duty. Apart from conducting the practical examination project of the students, every school shall also ensure relieving of their PGTs dictated by the board of conduct of practical examination or project assessments in other schools to ensure that the whole process of practical examination is completed within the stipulated time. Clear. Now these are some appendix जिसमें scale of staff है, procedure of conducting practical examination है, project assessment for class 12 and so on. Clear. So this is all about the notification for practical examinations guideline.